All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into show number 24 of Bacon in Your Mailbox. I am community storyteller Greg Milby, and Janet Clark has changed a lot over the weekend. I mean,
Yeah.
her hair's changed. She's wearing glasses all the time now.
Yes.
Uh, the
Got
actually,
shorter.
well, I think based on the way we've got you set up, you and Janet are the same height. How about that? You
Perfect.
just got
Sweet.
taller. No,
Nice.
Jana's on vacation. She's down visiting her dad in Arkansas. Hopefully, she will check in a little bit. But we have with us Marnie Claggett, and I needed to have a title for you. I couldn't go with Community Admirer, which I know you are, because that's Jana's title. So I went with Queen of Flash.
Ooh, I like that.
But
That
then
could be
after
taken
I
so
wrote
many
it
ways.
down, I said, well, that's going to be really good, or it's going to be really, really bad. So
It could be taken a lot of ways, Greg.
yeah, so we're going to explain that right now. Marnie is a fabulous professional photographer right here in the heart of the heartland, Elizabethtown. So that's why I call her the Queen of Flash, because anytime I see her out and about, one, she's either moving real fast or
Yeah,
or she's taking photos. So
exactly.
that's
So
why you're the Queen of Flash.
I will take it.
All right, so good. I feel much better about that now. Because at first I was like, well,
You're signing me up for a different line of work.
some people may take that totally different. Yeah. All right, so checking out our comments this morning, Brian Dennis, the first one in this morning. Congratulations to Brian being the first
Good morning,
comment.
Brian.
Just threw in that hello in there. Vicky has her bacon and her haya on there, and then and then Vicky says a new Jana.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Not an improved Jana necessarily, but a new Jana.
there's Regis and Kelly, and Regis and Kathy Lee had a show. Then it was Regis and Kelly, and then it was Kelly and whoever, and then it's Ryan and Kelly. I mean, things change around, but they always had guest hosts, right?
Right, exactly.
Right.
So just guest hosting.
So we went to the bullpen and we picked out the best guest host we could find in the world.
That's
There's no
sad.
doubt.
This is as good as you could do.
Oh, I think people will disagree with you by the time we're done with this.
That's sweet. Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Well, thanks to our sponsors, Stiff Family Farms, stifffamilyfarms.com. Speaking of Brian Dennis at the Awards Center. Our friends at Amazing Glazing Donuts, 515 North Mulberry in E-Town. And also our friends at Bluegrass Cellular, our technology sponsors. So we thank them for being on board as a sponsor. So, Marnie, you've watched the show.
I have watched the show
I mean, so apparently
multiple times.
you've really not had a lot to do in your life. So,
I haven't gotten to see it the past couple of weeks. We've gotten a little busier again, but yeah, they're for a while, man.
so it's not an official show until we give you the weather forecast. So,
Let's do it.
here we go. Sunshine and 80 today. A few passing clouds and 56 tonight. Partly cloudy, 83 for Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we'll see temperatures inching up to near 90 degrees in sunshine.
Ugh, yikes.
Yeah. So no rain again until Sunday. Looking here on our comments, Jay Hobbs is checking in from Gulf Shores, and I knew he would do this.
That's cruel.
Because I saw it on Facebook that he's gone down to Gulf Shores, and him and his buddies and his family, they're hanging out. I knew he would check in. I knew he would.
Yeah, just to say hi.
I almost put a weather together for Gulf Shores.
You were really sure.
But then I thought, if he doesn't check in, I'm going to feel real dumb. So I didn't do that. Speaking of dumb, still no sports. So there you go.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Janice on vacation in Arkansas with her dad, probably sitting in whatever coffee shop he sets in or restaurant he sets in, enjoying coffee, just shooting the breeze, talking about her new fame. Maybe that's the thing. Dad wanted her down there so he could show her off to all of his buddies now that she's an internet star.
Yes. So are you widely seen in Arkansas? I mean, besides Jana's dad.
Oh, well. I was going to say we're there.
Okay. Well, that's hey. That's something.
People listen to us on the beach, right?
Yeah.
At least today they do. Yeah. So Stacy Reynolds is tuned in today. Man, What's he doing up?
Wow.
He says party at Jay's house tonight. I'm in, Stacy. Marnie and I'll be there. What time?
Sounds good.
All right. And then it's not as much fun when Jay says love it. So means he must have a security system or big dog or something like that.
Ah, nice.
All right,
Let
so
Stacey go first.
yeah. That's a good idea. Let Stacy go in first. So today is National Fudge Day. Are you do you love fudge?
I like some fudge. I don't love sweets the way I used to. I've definitely changed, but yeah, some dark chocolate fudge. Or peanut butter fudge.
Oh, peanut butter fudge.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
It is good stuff. I wish that my taste buds would change and I didn't like sweets as much. That would help me out a lot.
Yeah, I went off the soda and that changed everything for me. Like I didn't do it intentionally. It just sort of accidentally happened. So
see, I need to do that too. I've worked toward that, but every time you go to a restaurant and you sit down, it's very difficult for me to say I want water.
yeah, it is. Unsweet iced tea is kind of sad too. If you kind of go like start the half and half tea and kind of work your way down.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Michigan, the northern part of Michigan?
No, I don't want to though. I've heard it's beautiful.
Sleeping Bear Dunes. I will tell you, this is an endorsement for them because man, I love it. It's one of my favorite places we've ever been is Sleeping Bear Dunes, Michigan. It's just beautiful. But when you go up there, don't ask for sweet tea. When you ask for tea, you're getting unsweet tea.
Right. Oh no, north they don't understand sweet tea up north.
Yeah, like I don't want to know them. And they don't know Coca-Cola or Pepsi. They know it, but they don't serve it. They usually have some type of craft cola.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So,
that's bizarre.
Good stuff.
I don't even know how to do that.
So if I could figure out how to get the sweets out of my life, that would be great. Because I tell people I run so I can eat. So I call myself an I eat runner instead of an elite runner. So I run so I can eat. But lately I've been eating but not running.
That is a problem.
Oh,
right there. Yeah.
All my shirts have been shrinking.
Ooh. See, that's not fair.
I know.
I've heard that happens when you leave them in the closet too long during COVID. Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what happened. And then somebody asked me yesterday, he said, hey, we're going to be doing this interview. And they were like, hey, we're going to get your shirt, a t-shirt. What size shirt do you want to wear? Do we want to go when I start to get my fitness back on, or how long is it going to be before the shirt gets here? That's what I need to know.
That's a good question.
So for me, I love fudge. I love all types of sweets, but sweet shop fudge.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
He's got this bourbon fudge.
Ooh, I haven't had that before.
Whew.
That sounds good.
That's good stuff. So every year when they would do the Nutcracker at the Pack, they're set up there, and I would be there doing Mother Ginger or whatever, and I'd walk by and they'd always give me like samples, or would give me some fudge, and I'm going, you got to stop doing that, but I didn't want to tell him that. Right,
exactly. You don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Yeah, that's exactly why I told him that. Yeah, that's why I don't know. It's good fudge. Now, it's obvious, with it being National Fudge Day, you can celebrate today, you can celebrate tomorrow, or you can celebrate it yesterday. That's okay, because you could just say, I'm fudging it a little bit.
Ooh,
Dad joke.
Oh, Greg. that was
Again, just like Queen of Flash, that was funnier I thought was appropriate when I wrote it down originally.
That's the thing. You can't write the joke down in advance. It will always flop.
Yeah, but sometimes it may not flop. It may cause some type of violations, and I don't need that in the social media world now. Things stick around forever.
It's true. We tell our kids that all the time. Anything you do, it's going to live there forever.
Hey, Lynn Cowan just says, Marnie, hello, friend. So
hi, Lynn. I miss you. How are you?
Yeah. See, Lynn, we went to the bullpen and we got the superstar out to pinch hit while Jana's down in Arkansas and playing with Razorbacks or whatever they do down there.
Oh, gosh.
Of course, Jennifer and I went this weekend, was our anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
22 years of marital bliss.
Aww.
So we went to Little Nashville. Have you been to Nashville, Indiana?
Nashville, Indiana is where we had our honeymoon.
Shut
I
up.
kid you not. No, I kid you not. We stayed at the oh good grief. We stayed at the national park or the state park there. We
Oh,
stayed
Brown
at
County.
Yeah, we stayed at Brown County. And then we went and we stayed at Artist Colony Inn, one of the old bed and breakfasts there.
We had lunch there one day, and I wish we would have done that.
Yeah, it was really nice. And they have the best pecan pie on the planet.
Oh,
Oh,
there's a place up the street from them called Heavenly Biscuits. And
yes.
we ate there. Oh my gosh, the biscuits are heavenly.
They're really
Jesus
amazing.
stuck his finger right in the batter. Is
Yes.
what he did.
Did you have apple butter with it?
I did not.
Oh,
I got the sandwich. We were kind of like, it was one of these last minute trips. We plan, but then sometimes we don't plan, and then we try to rush the plan. So Friday afternoon, I'm looking at hotels and stuff in Nashville, Indiana, and I wanted to be right in the heart of Nashville.
right.
So we end up getting there, and we go downtown. We're walk out of our room, walk downtown. There's a great little pizza place. It was kind of like if Flywheel Brewing
I know
had a
exactly
pizza
what
place.
you're talking about. It's so good. I know exactly what you're talking about.
It was fabulous. So in the town, I thought, okay, this town is supposed to be jam packed. They talk about people here all the time. There's nobody here.
Wow.
So we get up on Saturday, and it's like the town exploded.
Really?
It's a festival. It was like Cruise in the Heartland was happening in Nashville, Indiana. There are people everywhere.
Yes. Oh
And
my
there
God.
are young people. There's older people. There's bikers. There's people that are in 4-wheel drive trucks. I mean, it was everything. And a little artist in town. Just a
It
lot
is the
of cute little
neatest
shops.
place to wander. Yeah.
Had ice cream. We didn't get fudge, but we did go into the fudge shop.
Yeah.
They had a jerky shop.
Ooh, that must be new. I haven't seen the jerky shop before.
They had just some of the selections were snapping turtle.
Oh.
You could get shark. You could get alligator. They had wild boar. They had elk. Of course, they had deer. They had regular beef jerky. There were some other selections too. I was like,
Did you try any of it?
I did not, because Jennifer was like, hey, why don't you get to, well, we were getting ready to go have lunch. And then I'm frugal. I'm cheap when it comes to certain things. And the variety pack was like $26 for 3 different types of jerky. I think it's called the House of Jerky.
Okay, we have to go back to Nashville now. It's been a few years. We haven't gone since our 15th wedding anniversary, maybe. So it's been a while.
Yeah. So it was great. We did it. We ate at the Artisan at the at the place there. And but I will say this: we stayed. Be very careful staying in Nashville.
Yeah.
Find you a bed and breakfast. You are going to pay triple the rate for a hotel.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm going to try to say this as nice as I can. So this hotel, and I won't even say the name of the hotel.
No.
But we go to this hotel, and we pull in, and online it had great reviews, but it looked a little dated.
Oh.
We pull in, and we go in, and the lady literally gives us a key.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. That should have been an indicator right away.
Whoa.
So we walk into our room, and it's out, and it looks like an apartment complex. And there are literally people living there.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm going, okay. So we go up in our room, and I open the door. You know that show, that 70s show?
Uh-huh.
I think it was filmed here.
Oh, shag carpet?
They had replaced the carpet, but everything else was 70s.
Nice.
Not nice.
That's painful.
No. No. So anyway, there were some other issues that happened. We found some dirty laundry in there.
Oh gosh.
We found
Happy anniversary.
I go to get his glass out because it's a suite, you know. So I go to get his glass out of the cabinet. There's no glasses. So Greg just opens the dishwasher full of dirty dishes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And so we were questioning everything about the room, but it was already, and this is the thing, the office had already closed.
Oh gosh, because it's Friday night.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
yeah, like all hotels close, right?
in Nashville, Indiana, they
That's
do.
it. So we're like, okay, we're gonna make the best of it tonight. So we had brought a blanket, one of those little blankets maybe you take to a ball game that's like a quarter the size of a regular blanket.
Yeah,
We slept on top of the bed together with that one little blanket.
that's togetherness.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Needless to say, we moved to Bloomington on Saturday night.
Bloomington is nice.
It it was. So in all, it was a wonderful weekend trip. We went to
Good.
Brown County, the state park there. Jennifer's always wanted to take our camper or fifth wheel to Brown County, but we just have never made it happen. So we ended up hooking up the van instead, not the fifth wheel. And actually, we went over and hiked 2 or 3 trails and drove around the beautiful place.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. Did you guys go to TC Steel Park too?
We did.
Up there?
We did not get over to that, but I think we'll go back. And there's some things I want to stay in the lodge.
Yeah, the lodge is cool.
Yeah.
We actually had a room on. They have a courtyard in the middle of it, and
Mhm.
we spent far too much time watching out our window. There was a mother raccoon who had 2 babies that she was teaching to climb over the roof and shimmy down this drain pipe into this courtyard because people would feed them. And it was fascinating. We spent so much time watching these raccoons. It was ridiculous.
There
So-
you go.
That's how I spent my honeymoon, was watching raccoons.
Well,
You know,
one time, Marty, you'll spend your anniversary sleeping in a kitty blanket. That's it.
I can dare to dream right there. I can only hope.
So Morgan Castor says she loves Bloomington. She lived on the lake near John Cougar for a while.
Oh wow,
That's pretty fancy.
that was pretty fancy.
They're like first name basis, John Cougar.
John Cougar.
Didn't
Yeah,
leave out the Mellencamp. But yeah, so that was it was a great weekend.
good.
And we had a good time. The food was great. I really did walk. I enjoyed walking around downtown Nashville. It just had a great vibe to it. So.
It does. Yeah, and just got so many neat things to see and look at. Yeah, it's fun.
And apparently in October, don't even try it
No,
because
I've heard it's not possible.
it's even the restaurant, the artist in there had said they do call ahead seating, no reservations, but none of that in October.
Wow.
So, and in Brown County, there was some kind of note that said something about October, which means people go there to see the fall colors as well.
Yes.
I guarantee it is.
It's
Off the
supposed
chart.
to be amazing. So Bill's grandfather was an impressionist painter, and he used to say that was the best place. They spent a lot of time there because they had different colors that would show up there. I don't know. He had explanation for why the colors were different, but he said you couldn't find them anywhere else, which is just crazy to me.
Some of the overlook that you look at, I mean, you see forever nothing but trees.
Yeah,
It is just beautiful.
it's beautiful.
All right. Well, speaking of beautiful, you live downtown E-Town.
I do.
You live in the heart of downtown E-Town, which
Right smack dab in the middle of it.
I love. So I've worked in the downtown area for I guess we could say almost 17 years now. I spent 15 years right outside the downtown area. Of course, we were neighbors working for a while.
Yeah.
Now we've moved over. We're right there we're on the square now.
You're on the square now.
But
Big time.
I love downtown. I love the vibe of downtown E-Town and everything that it stands for and what's trying to grow. Would I like to see downtown E-Town become like little Nashville? Yes.
Yeah, for real. Wouldn't that be amazing?
It would be fabulous to see even more people down there. But you've been down there for quite a while.
We have. We started, good grief, we started renovating this building in 2013, I think. And then, yeah, it took us until 2016 to get in here. But yeah, so we've been living here for 4 years.
So studios on the main floor. You guys are on the second floor.
Yep.
How is it living downtown? Because you get the different traffic and, people out there. I'm sure it's cool for Heartland Parade.
Yeah, it's so much fun for festival days and parade days and stuff like that. Is an absolute blast. We definitely, like the first few nights after we moved in, about 4 a.m. Loud, the fire trucks come through. And when there's no traffic, it just echoes between these buildings like crazy. And I thought, oh my gosh, what have we done? I'm never going to sleep again. Like, this is it. We're finished. So, but like night 4, we don't even hear them now. So that stuff we typically don't hear. We hear people at night. Again, when there's no traffic to kind of, buffer and to make things have white noise in the background. So that got to be an issue for a while, but we found these really good noise machines. So we have white noise machines in all the bedrooms, and that takes care of most of it. There are some sounds that are weirdly get through, but for the most part, white noise machines, man, secret to life down here.
Yeah. When I first started working for Heartland Communications and we were next door, I was like, who's that diva over there putting their orange cone in a parking spot?
In our parking spot.
And then I realized it's because you live there and you got to have a place to park.
We didn't for the first like 6 or 7 months. And then all of a sudden, way faster than we expected. We thought it would be at least two years before anything started happening down here. We really didn't think it was going to happen as fast as it did. So about 6 months into it, I sent a message over to the city and I was like, hey, we're in trouble here. Like, I don't have a place to park to get my groceries out of my car.
Like, I just parked in Hodgenville
right.
to walk to my place in downtown Utah.
Exactly. So they were really, really, really sweet, and they helped us out. So it's, we have to rent a space from them, but that's totally fine. And we're like, just give us one. We don't need one for, both the cars, but yeah. So it helps.
I would say. And so I'm like, I'll watch it for you. When I'm around that way, I got an eye on it. I'm like, that's Marnie's spot. They better not get Marnie's spot. I'll flatten their tires and drag that vehicle right out of here with my big diesel dually truck.
Sweet. Oh, yeah, it happens here and there. Sometimes it happens and we'll actually like know the people. And we've had a couple of times where we face it and she's like, hey, I need to get in my spot.
Yeah. You're like Sheldon Cooper on The Big Bang Theory of parking spots. That's my spot. You're in my spot.
It really feels like that, actually.
So with you being down there, one of the biggest tourist things I think that's happened in downtown for quite a while was this photo booth.
Ah, the window booth.
The window booth for me was actually it was my lifesaver when I first started running on Run Group because it wasn't official until I stopped by the mirror and got my picture taken. I'd take a few because I'd get some sweat off there and look like that I wasn't dying, that I was just looking fit.
Excellent.
So you need to fix that glass. So I think it adds like 10 pounds.
I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah.
So do you guys do that now or not?
Because of COVID, we can't do it right now because people have to put their hands over the trigger. Bill has been working on some ideas to make it so that we can automate it in different ways so that people don't actually have to touch it. So if we can make that happen, then we can reopen it. But honestly, up until really, maybe a week or two ago, we didn't have enough traffic to even have it open. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. And there just weren't people down here very often. So it's the traffic's starting to pick up again though. So hopefully we can get something worked out and get it up and going again.
So was that your idea? Did you guys design that system? How did this thing come about?
That's Bill. That was Bill's brainchild. He came to me. He's like, I've got this dumb idea. What do you think? Because he loves street photography. That's one of the things that he's always really enjoyed. And living downtown and having a photography studio, we don't see maybe 150 clients a year. So we weren't going to be somebody that was going to bring traffic to downtown. So we were, how can we actually participate down here and have some reason for people to be here when we got this building? So he was thinking about it. He's like, I've got this dumb idea. Usually when we have a dumb idea, that's our best idea. So he's like, I'm thinking about this, having a camera that is aimed out the window and people can trigger it. And he's like, no, nobody will use it. Nobody's going to use it. So I basically bullied him into doing it. I'm like, no, you have to do this. This is a great idea. Let's do it. So I bullied him into it. And the Pokemon craze hit at the same time. And I think that the combination of those things, that downtown just started to pick up, the Pokemon thing hit, and people started using it. I think that's why it actually took off the way that it did. But it has, like in the past year or so, like it really had slowed down quite a bit. So maybe now, when there's a reopening of the window booth, it'll kind of come back to life a little bit.
I always thought it was a great idea. We used it a few times. As a matter of fact, I'll see one pop up on my memories on Facebook periodically.
Us too. Some of my favorite, it's terrible. We never take family pictures together. Oh. We should really do that. But the window booth is really where we were doing a lot of our family pictures, which is kind of, we had the big water main break down there. That's like our favorite family picture, is us standing there with this big, I don't even know what that machine was that was trying to repair the road. And we've got, a hose and we're trying to pump out the basement. And it was great. Yeah.
So being in a photography, I'm technically, I guess, in a photography family. I guess they're retired now, but my mother and father-in-law were photographers for years. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, when I first met Jennifer, this was in Corydon, Indiana, they were the photographers in that area. I mean, senior pictures, you did not see them in the summertime at all. You would get a chance to potentially see them late at night, or maybe on Sunday, because they did weddings as well.
Right. Oh, gosh, yeah.
And they did senior pictures for all these different high schools. So it was just like one after the other, and they lived out in the middle of nowhere. But you would think you would get a lot of photos. And so we didn't, even when the boys were born. But when we did, it wasn't like a regular session where, okay, here's a 30-minute session or a 1-hour session. I kid you not, Marnie. It was like 6 days.
Holy moly.
It felt like it. Probably wasn't 6 days. But, the whole posing this. And early on, my nieces, both Gavin and Garrett as well, anytime a camera came out, these kids were like, they knew how to pose.
They were trained.
Photography family.
So, love it.
But anyway, so actually, Jennifer's dad had some surgery done on his heart. And then, with COVID and some other things, Gavin, of course, just graduated. We had never had senior pictures done. And she had wanted her parents to do it, even though they're retired.
Yeah.
So they came down last Monday, and we went to downtown. Because, as you know, I mean, that's your playground right there. I mean, you can pop off spots left and right.
It's crazy.
So we took some photos. They took some photos downtown, and we went out to Freeman Lake and took some photos, and it was just great. I think that was it was a very special moment that they got to take his photos. And so we saw them. We actually went to a camp this weekend. They're camping for the first time in their camper, and we went there, and they had it on DVD, which is still funny. I don't think you do that anymore, do you?
That's awesome, though.
So, but it was really, really cool. So
that's cool. That's super special.
So I do love the fact that you're downtown. I love the work you do. You're very, very talented, and I know your whole family is talented. What kind of sellout to the devil did your family do to be that talented?
I don't know, man. We're lucky. We really are. We have a good time, and we're really blessed to get to do what we do.
Yeah, creating stuff there. You've got I guess you got is it your brother-in-law that builds stuff?
Yes.
How crazy is that? What do you do for a living? Oh, I build stuff and do videos on YouTube. I have like 1 million subscribers, and that's no joke.
No joke. He is the real deal. Do you know he's in a Lowe's commercial right now? He and his kids are part of. There's a Father's Day Lowe's commercial right now, and they're right there in it. Like it makes me happy.
I'm right here.
Yeah, it's right here.
I see him at church, and I wanted to. I just want to be like, he's so quiet.
He's he is the last person that you would expect to actually be like a person, like a personality type, like a celebrity type person. He's and he's really careful about that.
And around here, he's not, because people don't really know. But at Kentucky's Heartland, we're going to do an interview soon with him about a series. But I've asked him once, and he's like, yeah, sure. And then I haven't asked him again, because I see him at church at Grace Heartland. Of course, we haven't been there in a few months with COVID. But I'm afraid to say anything to him because he looks so mad all the time.
Oh, no. Does he?
No, he's just so focused. He's just so focused. I don't know if I guess mad shouldn't be the right phrase to use.
Trying to keep up with 4 little kids, Greg. I don't know how in the world he could do anything. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't know how they. I don't know how they.
I watch his video stuff in secret because I don't want Jennifer to see it around the house, because then they're going to be standard set.
Right.
I don't
No
have all those tools like that. But
right. But but
Yeah.
he really does. He loves inspiring other people to make things and just to try things. Like he is such a passion for that, and I have so much respect for it. And even when they were in, oh shoot, where were they? They were in Disneyland, Disney World. Shoot, when did they go? I can't. It was before COVID, so it must have been last fall break. And he said they're there, and he could see people looking at him, and they knew who he was. And most of them didn't approach him. Most of them left him alone. But a couple people kind of were like, hey. And he's like, yeah, I'm on vacation with my family, and let's. But hey, it's cool to see you. But then while they're on vacation, he's like trying really hard to be in there with his family on vacation. And he gets a message from a mom somewhere who said her little boy, who was like 4 or 5 years old, had just gotten through chemo and had come out on the other side of cancer. And they had his birthday party, and he wanted, and I like to make stuffed birthday party. And so she sent him these pictures where they had put his logo on the cake. And they all, it was, he said, so I'm standing here in the middle of Disney World crying because, it's neat where that's gone. It's really cool.
I think it's, and that's the series that we're going to be doing, is about people doing really cool stuff around here. Because sometimes you hear well, I can't wait to graduate. And you hear some kids will say, I can't wait to graduate and get out of here. There's nothing to do. There's nothing here for me. A lot of them end up coming back because they find out there really is a lot of stuff. And I think even in the downtown area, right there in the hub, there is a guy downtown that does virtual reality stuff.
Yeah.
He's got a studio in downtown. I won't say where, because that's a lot of equipment. There are 3 guys who worked with us forever and is still in our co-working space, that they have 2 websites, one called Chrome Unboxed, that has 100,000 people subscribing on YouTube.
So crazy.
That they review Google products and write blogs about that. And now they've got Game Unboxed.
Oh, do they?
I
haven't seen that yet.
Which is, them unboxing and reviewing video game product stuff. But that's full-time income for 3 people.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy. And then you have you downtown doing what you do in a business that is your passion and your love, right where you live. And then not as a promotional thing for Heartland Communications, but the fact is we've got a building downtown that upstairs in that building is nothing but creative people doing everything from websites to public relations, graphic design, video production.
We're doing it well. That's the thing. It's not just halfway done or some little, you don't look at that and say, oh, that's definitely been done in a small town. It's big time stuff.
And it's all right here. These are people paying taxes in our community to make our downtown better, and we just, and the Eric and Joe show, the Eric and Joe show is there. And we're doing a podcast that is now, I don't know how many people are watching or listening to, but it's in 11 countries now, which
is awesome.
It's kind of crazy, but all that is just, and there are multiple other stories of people doing these kind of things out of their house or out of a small business that is making a national impact.
Yeah.
So right here in Elizabethtown.
Here in E-Town. Yeah. Good figure.
Look at Elaine. Elaine Jones says, your show is better than Ellen.
There you go.
That's a lot to say right there. Thank you. I do. I think we live in a great place. And Jana, we don't talk about it a lot, but with Jana being in charge of tourism, it almost seems like a sales pitch. But none of this was ever designed to be a sales pitch.
No, it's just true. I really do think, we lived in California. We loved it there, but we moved back here because the schools are so much better. It's crazy to think that, you can go from this state that's so huge and has, so many resources, but we're going to go back to the middle of Kentucky and go where we know we can trust our kids can be raised in a good place. And get a good education. So there you are.
And I think the fact of too that we have, as far as outdoor stuff goes, in our region, there is so much stuff to do. And if you
No,
want to
no,
go walk or hike,
it's all over the place.
whether you want to do a gravel based trail at Freeman Lake, or you want to go over to the nature park and hike back there, or you want to go to Buffalo Lake, which is
Trained.
phenomenal.
It's amazing.
Oh my gosh. We have all this right here.
Yeah.
And it continues to grow.
It does. It does. And I do think that I'm seeing more and more kids, our kids' age who are, not as likely to get out or to stay out, if they go to school someplace else. They're talking about coming back already, which is, pretty impressive.
Yeah. So it seems like yesterday, but it was years ago that we lost Tim Walker, our beloved mayor. Tim and I, when I moved to town, Tim Walker said, "You're going to love this place and they're going to love you. If you love them, they will love you back."
Yeah.
And that was the first day. It was actually at the sports park grand opening.
Oh yeah.
And Tim and I would talk about stuff all the time on Saturdays. He would call me and we would talk about different things that were going on. And when I walked by Walker Square downtown, then this is kind of, I think I've mentioned this before somewhere else, but maybe not on this thing. I never walked by Tim Walker's sign without touching it.
I love that.
I don't know why, but and I know yesterday was the anniversary of his passing, because it comes up in my memories all the time. There's a picture of me and Marty Fulkerson carrying him across the finish line of the New Year's Day dash.
Oh wow!
Like 7 years ago.
Wow!
But I can only imagine him in heaven looking down and seeing where E-Town is going as far as the revitalization.
We met him we'd always heard about him, and I'd never actually met him in person. And we met him the day before he passed away. We had a meeting with him to talk about downtown. This was when we were working on the building and stuff. And we were so impressed just with him as a person. And on his desk, he had this little statue of Jesus washing the disciples' feet. And that was him. He was a servant leader, kind of at just the heart of it. I remember waking up the next morning and seeing the news, and both of us thinking how lucky we were to have gotten to actually meet and chat with him before he passed away. And it honestly, it sounds silly, but that was kind of us going, okay, we really have to do this now. Like we can't, we really have to do this now.
He had that effect on a lot of people. And I tell my kids that all the time. It's not about somebody telling you what you've done for them. It's just doing it and them knowing that.
Yes.
And Tim was, oh my gosh, just a great guy. And his mark downtown continues because we got a winery opening up soon.
I know.
We've got another place to have a drink. We've got another restaurant coming up downtown. There's a couple of other. We got an ice cream shop. We've got another announcement coming soon. There's a lot of things happening. Yeah. Even as we come out of this, as we're in this pandemic and whatever we are in the pandemic, if we're in the middle, if we're on the back side of it, we're still on the front side. We don't know. But the fact is, we've still got stuff happening. Yeah.
It's impressive. It really is. I'm just, we're constantly blown away by how much it has happened in the past. It's been literally 4 years. And it's so much has happened in that time.
It's all your fault.
It's all our fault.
You're one of the first ones down here, so there you go. We'll blame it on you.
Blame us.
It's all the Queen of Flash's fault.
That's it.
All right, so we're overtime, which we're always overtime. There's never really an end time anyway. So we have to do our little segment we like to call Bacon Bits.
All right.
Even though people are not necessarily, I guess we've gotten back out of eating as a family. They're like, oh, go eat wherever you want now because we're not locked in the house together. But Bacon Bits, I think, are still important to discuss. Whether you get together on the weekend around the campfire or whatever it is, you want to be smart.
Of course.
All right. So Bacon Bits, little things to talk about around the dinner table. Did you know that beeping alarm clocks have been known to cause heart attacks?
I fully believe that.
Right.
I have,
I'm not a fan at all of the alarm clock.
No.
Did you know that pears, cherries, apricots, and almonds are all members of the rose family?
I did not know that.
There's really? Some info to use.
That seems helpful somehow.
Yeah. Did you know that hard-boiled eggs, they spin, but uncooked or soft-boiled do not?
I didn't know that. I know, well, I knew that eggs did. I didn't know. I didn't. I was going to say, I knew there's always something weird about being able to stand them up and do different things with them based on what had happened to them, but I never knew what the technical thing was.
So if you ever get into a contest where they make you, take the egg and put it on your head, spin it first.
Oh.
But I guess once you touch the egg, technically that's your egg. So,
Oh.
yeah.
Well, it depends on the
help
contest.
you. But at least you know what was coming.
Right.
Yeah. Did you know in China that if you order white tea, they serve you boiled water?
No.
That'd be good to know.
Yeah.
I'd be, because if I were to go there on vacation and be like, yeah, I'm gonna try this white tea. Like, this crap is nasty. It's watered down.
Yeah.
So, did you know there's no butter in buttermilk?
I did know that. I
didn't
did know that. Yeah.
My mama would be very upset with me for not knowing that.
Oh, we won't tell her.
Yeah. Did you know that cats almost never meow at other cats?
Really?
They save that for humans.
Well, they definitely, ours do. We have two, and they're the noisiest little things on the planet. They're obnoxious. Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. It wasn't a great one, but
yeah. No, it's good. That's good stuff.
Brian Dennis wants to know, do I need to make a name tag that says Queen of Flash? That wouldn't hurt. I mean, this is going to stick.
I can tell that's going to stick in a big way. Yeah.
I don't think Queen Latifah's first name was Queen.
That's true. I need to watch out.
MC Hammer was not MC.
I'm going to become queen now. It's all your fault. We'll see.
What? You don't have a balcony, though.
We don't.
You should build one.
We talked about that.
Yeah. Do you have roof access?
Right now we do.
So,
we got air conditioning issues, man.
Okay. So I expect you to go up to your current roof access, your upgrade, and walk out to the end of your roof and just go, "Good morning, my neighbors."
There we go. My people.
That's your people. She's the Queen of Flash.
Oh my gosh.
And that'd be a perfect time to wrap this up.
There we are.
Marty Claggett, the Queen of Flash, pinch hitting, guest hosting. I'm very upset that Janet Clark did not even check in.
She didn't. Either she really trusts us or she just could not bear to watch the train wreck.
Because she knew how good this was going to be. Janet's scared now.
Is it?
Well, actually, this was her show, was her idea. So if anybody should be scared, it should be me. There may be hey, Greg, how about if you just produce the show?
There we go. Jana and Marnie are going to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that's going to happen. I have faith. I trust that you're secure in your position.
Okay. Well,
I promise.
Well, look concerned now. You did a great job, Marnie. Thanks for being a part of it.
Thanks for having me. It was fun.
Yeah, we need to get you your own show because I think you're great. So, thank you again to Stith Family Farms. Also, thank you to the Award Center and our friends at Amazing Glaze and Donuts, and of course our technology sponsors, Bluegrass Cellular. And Jay Hobbs, enjoy that sunshine down in Gulf Shores. Make sure your white little pasty body gets some sunscreen on because it won't be pretty if you don't. That's our little public service announcement because we do this for the community. She's Marnie Claggett, the Queen of Flash. I'm Greg Milby, community storyteller, and this has been Bacon in Your Mailbox.